Hi everyone, it's Adrian Leah. This is going to be a quick reading. I will have a specific introduction. So I did want to talk a little bit about what's been going on in this part of the world. I'm not really a political person, but I feel like it might be um, conducive to hear it from the person that's in this area because of the things that affect us and that have been affecting other people in other parts of the world. And this is still a Ukrainian reading, but I did want to talk about this. I usually like to talk about things that I do, like with my crafting. Um, But I feel that I could also talk about this because I have grown up in the church. I'm, I would say I'm non-denominational right now, but overall I think I'm a pacifist. But I went to Catholic school from preschool to senior year of high school, excluding 1 month of going to a public school. So I feel like this could be nice to or helpful and hopeful because it does seem like it can be uh, a turn that will be for the good of the people and the good of the world. So, uh, there has been, I feel like, confrontations with our president, Trump, and the Vatican. And unfortunately, the Pope passed away, um, the last Pope, and there were just like events that kind of made me feel that there were certain things that were happening, and when you listen to what I say, you could take it in, or you could be like, Adrian, you're talking nonsense. And you could just chuck what I say out the window. If you still want to hear the reading, you could do that too. But then, well, there were people that the leaders that did attend the um, not sure if it was like specifically the funeral, but there were a group of leaders that did attend a specific thing. Um, so after that, Trump posted an image of him as the Pope, and it doesn't, well, you could say it wasn't received well. I can't say that for everyone, but it's not really something that you would see or want to see after somebody passes. Um, I feel like the back and forth was kind of with the Vatican and Trump because they were electing a new pope, and the people they were that they had as candidates were of color. And I feel like that was a response to the way that things have been going on in the US, where there has been more deportations, um, the deportation list where people get sent to, like some will get sent to the prison. I feel like in El Salvador, and I'm sorry, please don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's where it is. And people getting letters saying to leave. There is like a perceived agenda about it. And with the US having the history that it has, there has been that foundation of racism. There has been slavery. Slavery has ended um, in like the 1800s, but there was still segregation, and it's where like you have specific everything. Like you have two fountains, like water fountains to drink out of, and one would be like have the sign saying whites only, and then the other one would say like colored fountains. And so, same thing like with the bus. Privileges for the front of the bus were for the white people, colored and mixed race in the back of the bus. And they would do this for all the things. And that wasn't that long ago. I mean, not while I was alive, but not too far off from my parents. And it is a dangerous agenda. And I feel like the church really took a stance because they decide who the next pope is, and they let you know if they're still deciding. This time around, they came out with like a new pope quickly, more quickly than the other times that they were electing their new pope. And so, with the discrimination with people of color, more specifically people from more of South America and, immigrants. So, um, when they elected their new pope, it seemed like it was just sending a message because the new pope is one that's of the US and one that has the South American. Um, I'm not sure if it's origins, but there is that with that connection. So I hope I'm saying it more clearly. So I feel that, well, the Trump administration did not take well to it. And um, the Pope, not sure if I would say this super directly, but is not a supporter of Trump and is making a stance there. So I feel that um, there's that in the works, and that um, I wouldn't go against the Vatican. And when we look at our the way that America is built, like even our Pledge of Allegiance, we pledge to the flag, and it's not as common, I don't think, uh, at least in schools. I could be wrong, but from what I have seen with it, but you would pledge allegiance, like I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and it goes on, and it says one nation under God. So there is that foundation that's already there, and I feel that it's really making uh, the message and the movement in a good direction because, like, I wanted to say it because uh, I'm hoping that it'll give more hope to other people too. I feel that it will help a lot, and even with some Americans, I noticed that like there's sadness there because they're just like, well, I don't want to be an enemy of other people, other countries. Um, so there was that because I know that, well, I feel like I have a strong personality too in some cases, so I could see sometimes like if I can turn out like, wow, that she's a lot, and I'm like, sorry. Um, so we're like trying to gauge what exactly or how to do things or because we don't want to. Oh, I could say for myself, and there's a lot of people that don't want what's going on. So hopefully that was an okay introduction to the reading because I didn't want it to be so political because I'm not like super informed about that, but I felt like it could be good to say. So I'm gonna start pulling the cards. I was gonna say something else, but I don't remember, so maybe it'll pop up, maybe. But I feel like I said a lot of the stuff. Oh, and there was also, well, I didn't mention this. After the passing of the Pope, there it was just like weird because I don't, I'm not like a drama person. I don't like drama shows or movies. Um, but it was crazy because the headlines of some of the magazines were talking like about the Pope, and it was like just slandering him, and it was kind of just you could tell like they were trying to make something of it. It was random because they were like talking about like his sexuality and stuff, and it was like for somebody that passed super well. It's not like something you would want to say in general, but um, like you could just see the direction of where that was trying to go in, and I feel like the Vatican was like, no, that's not what's going to happen. Because I don't think it's just, it's definitely not just affecting America. So I can't say for certain, but I just have a feeling that when the Trump administration kind of goes, there's something about like Trump being extremely upset about something. I don't know what it is, but that's the energy that I'm getting. And I don't know if like that tablet was coming up because um there was acceptance with, and I hope I say this right, like the LGBTQ community. Like, if a person is of a certain orientation, but they're seeking God and they have goodwill, then why should I turn them down or why should the church turn them down? I don't know if that's like what it is. I didn't actually read what it was, but I was in the store picking up something and I was like, I saw that headline and I was like, this is not what you do. Oh, and I have my knitting. I didn't finish it, but I've been I've been studying. There's index cards in here too and yarn. But I think I might turn it into a case. I'll line it since I didn't catch my floats, so they're long on the inside. Because I was gonna close it up to make a cloth, but I just like to put stuff in it, and it fits my school laptop, so I'm kind of thinking maybe I could do that. It's cotton. I don't know what material. Shouldn't touch electronics. I feel like that's what the I could be wrong. Like, I don't know a lot about that either, but that's like kind of what I heard in passing. But it's not wool, so. But I'm gonna cover it anyway. Maybe that's fine. I feel like this is a good sign because I've been having hopefulness in terms of what's been going on here and in the world in general. This is clairsentience, Archangel Raguel. Notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. And Counselor Archangel Raziel, you're a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. And I think that's a part of it too, in terms of like spirituality. Um, if you're trying to send some type of message out, then there's also like that sense of morality that comes out of it, where that not comes out like a benefit. I mean, in a way, it's a benefit, but not trying to look out for benefits is what I'm trying to say. But there's good in the world, and it's worth fighting for. And that is loosely based off of the quote from Lord of the Rings. So for some reason, there's like a sense of humbleness from the Page of Cups and the Two of Cups. And it's almost like dipping your toes in something. Feels like when you're at the no, like at a pool, because you tend to maybe like, or you could dip your toes in a ocean too, just to get that type of refreshment out of it. There is preparation that's in the future. Like the Five of Wands isn't something that's horrifying, but it is like it can indicate that there's training or practicing or even some challenges. But school has taught me challenges aren't isn't something that like you push away. It's going to teach you something. So it does seem like there might be something that might seem like a setback, but just because it's there doesn't mean that it's like the end all be all, or it's almost as if there's a little bit of preparation that comes into this, or forethought, stuff that's prior. Like the Five of Wands feels like prior energy to what's really going to happen. So with that, there's also the priority or prioritize card, Archangel Metatron. Focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. Random thought. I made cake the other day, and it was kind of like a Mother's Day thing too. And it's like a quarter of the way, or there's like a quarter left of it. So I'm happy that uh, the the cake was a hit. I think I want to make Kiev cake next. I probably have to make that before my parents leave for the next couple months, because then I'll be at home with the cake, and I'll I could definitely put some in the freezer, but it's gonna be a lot. So, beloved one, Archangel Chamuel, I'm helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. And I feel like it goes with the cups energy too, because cups link to um it could be linked to love and relationships, some type of bonding. It's water energy, so it can be linked to the water signs. There's a sense of fluidity that comes out of it too with the two of cups, so that is like it can feel like harmony. And with the page of cups being with the two of cups, it can be like the beginning of something that will be able to be tended to and grow to something that is great. So let me see. The overall energy is the Hanged Man. I wouldn't worry too much of this card, but I will say I feel like it has to do with the prioritized card. And even the Five of Wands, I feel like it'll be towards that time too, because the Hangman can also be seen as a preparation stage, and just so it's not seen as like something super negative. Well, in this reading, it can be a way of thinking outside the box too, or forced stillness. Like if you're halting, like with the Five of Wands can be a door that's not yet opened, but it doesn't mean it's not going to be. Maybe you don't have the key. Maybe there's certain things like that you have to do in order for things to move forward, and the Hanged Man is just like an indication that there's still things in the works. And while things are in the works, maybe you want to be productive too. So it can be like a downtime energy, but it's important downtime because it's major arcana. The obstacle is the Six of Wands. Maybe because it's the Five of Wands of the future. Because the Six of Wands is like, it can be like things getting hot, like you're getting hotter or closer to reach something or someone. It's in the obstacle, but it doesn't look surprising. How to overcome the obstacle. You have the Page of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. There's a sense of like familiarity or like familiarizing yourself with something. And then it's matched with the Page of Wands. So that's interesting. So there's a lot of like back and forth energy of the water energy and wands. Wands being fire in this deck. So that is, it can be being active. And with the Ten of Pentacles, like there's energy that just tells me to relax. Like it just seems like it's a moment in time, and that sure, the way that, well, just using the what I was mentioning in the beginning, um, like with certain behaviors from our president, well, my president, um, of course you don't want that. At the same time, if he keeps doing that, the support like gets lower and lower, so that also adds to it too. It kind of feels like energy of saving up. You know, the past couple of days I was just getting, oh, and even the past was like the Four of Pentacles, because I was saying that because like this card that comes up is the Four of Earth, Four of Pentacles, because it was something about like there isn't any money, like repeatedly, like there's no money, like there needs to be help with money, something like that. And that could also like go with the Five of Wands too, like the lack of resources. So you maybe you're working with what you have, and resources doesn't need to be like completely physical, but it does seem like it could definitely help. So this Four of Pentacles, being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. I think this is like trying to boost the energy too. I feel like this energy for this reading, that's like an important aspect of it, because it's the Nine of Wands, Nine of Fire. Don't give up, protect that which you've created, have courage, and believe in yourself. Because the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Fire, it can be a card of fatigue. Like there's a lot of action energy with the Wands. Um, I mean, you have the Page of Wands, so it does feel like there's either like an abundance of energy or constant movement or a strength in numbers. Um, so if there's like that fatigue, that could also be linked to the Five of Wands too. It might be good to like delegate certain responsibilities to help with that. I mean, I'm not in that, in whatever situation it could be, but I feel like you'll have a better idea of what you can do. I was just giving an example. But you have like the beginning and the end, and it is water energy. Like there's a lot of water here, specific earth energy, but I feel like earth energy is usually specific because earth moves with, I was going to say credibility, it moves with intention. It's not something that you just, it's not like impulsive or just a spark of interest. Like if you're doing something, you do something and you do it full force and you prepare for the absolute force that your opponent might instill on you. And that can be something that is in the forethought. But you have the Ace of Water, Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Water, Ten of Cups. So that's like that foundation already with the cups, because it's an ace or one. Falling in love with resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, and enhanced intuition, a new home. And then 10 of water, 10 of cups, a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met, trustworthy relationships. And that could be like building your life around you and that mentality and knowing what you want and trying to prepare or fight for things that are more specific and catered to the lifestyle that you have or that you want to have. Because with the Five of Wands, you could be in that position where you have to do certain things or you have to have certain responsibilities. But when the time comes, you'll be prepared. Like maybe that Four of Pentacles packs things away. Um, Four of Pentacles is often associated with squirrel energy. So it has that mentality that we're saving up for the future times. And it's good to save up for like rainy days too, like if you just want to do something for yourself, but it's also important because it's nurturing your own personal desires and needs. I'm going to pull out a couple more cards and then I'll end the reading. My room smells like alcohol because I don't know if I said this already. Um, I've cleaned my whiteboard. I have to move the whiteboard. It's like on my dresser right now, but it's kind of in my way. I kept stuff on there for a couple days, and it had a hard time getting it off, like the writing. Because now I'm like preparing to write other things on it, like the drugs from class. I feel like this has to do with relaxing and relationship harmony. So, since the Two of Cups is here, it could be. And that song was like, there's like a remembering song. I don't know exactly what the song is. Like, you know who you are, basically. And then this comes up like, remember who you are. Archangel Michael, you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. I feel like this card, the outdoors one, it does go with the like the guides or angels saying to relax because I'm getting there's something in the works and oh my god, like perfect timing. And the Nine of Cups comes up again. I was gonna say wands, so it could link to wands too. So fire and water. So wishes come true, your concerns fade away, a love of life. You have a lot of pages that come up in here. The only one that didn't come up is the Page of Swords. So it could be that halt with the Hanged Man and not having as much communication as you would want to have. But so the Page of Earth, Page of Pentacles, scholarly, dependable, patient, successful. Good news about financial matters. So that's great because with the Five of Wands. wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. So with this investment, I feel like there's like indulging in something that you find important to you, and I feel like that can be um it can be scholarly, but I'm also thinking since there's a lot of cups here, it could link to a relationship. It could be the intimate relationship, and it could be um, some type of relationship other um, with other countries. I was gonna say something, but I don't remember what it. I don't exactly remember how it went. Oh, there's like something like, oh, do you have any international allies? Because it was something about someone always being prepared for everything. Like, what if a hacker does this, or what if you do that? And there was something like coming up like, do you have any international allies? I'm like, well, damn, I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Yes, I do. So, this comes up just a lot of relationship harmony. So I feel like there is that worldly healing that comes into, and this is also a Ukrainian reading, so I feel like it can definitely be linked there because a lot of blues here, and then yellows. The outdoors was yellow, and counselor was yellow. Love it is blue. Just reading colors now, or looking at the colors. Prioritize yellow. Um, relationship harmony. Archangel Rigel. Our angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. So, just see. Sorry. So Ragul came out twice with clairsentience, and that's a red card because there's like a lot of water and fire. There's some earth here too. Surprising, there's like, I guess not that surprising, but there is an air energy in any part of this reading. So this could be more intuitive or more psychic hits where you're going with the flow, or there's something of that type of nature preparation that link to the Five of Wands. But I'll end it with the Hierophant and the Sun, Major Arcana. Extremely like higher cards, like the Hierophant can represent it traditionally, especially in the Tarot de Marseille. The Popus, kind of like a religious order figure, maybe tradition, the Sun. So it's keeping something alive, and it can't even be keeping what is dear to you alive too. Like the Sun card, it kind of like beams, and like with Ukraine and sunflowers. It's at least that's what I would think. Like if you asked me about Ukraine, I'd think about sunflowers. And I would also think about stoves too, um, because that's in my fairy book with the Demo Boy. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.